pleasure to come on a second visit and get to see that teaching and see how much the teachers are developing in their own professional way.
Children love child. They love child. They want her to remain. They don't want her to go to UK again.
Most of my family and friends were quite concerned when I said I was going to Nigeria, but the British Council are there along the way. You're supported by a whole team of teachers that come with you from different schools. You're all excited. You all come home at the end of the day with so many stories. I feel I've developed in my own teaching skills, and I understand now I do have to make my children more globally aware. And I think more about how I can incorporate that across the curriculum. The Connecting Lessons project gives you the chance to lead something. So it's given me a next step in my teaching career, and it's become my aim now to make my school a more culturally rich place. We need to see how valuable it is for their school and actually the wider community. My best friends are teachers, so I said to them all, you really should do this. Explore what schools you could be partnered with in your school, because you get incredible experience. The dancing, traditional dress, and you just feel we're experienced that. I would come back again and again. There's no downside.
The third school project I'm talking about is ISA. Okay. We also manage and deliver the International School Award, which supports school in embedding international learning into the curriculum and then provide them with recognition for doing so. And ISA in Taiwan, we work with 3 local governments in Taiwan, including the government of Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung. And since 2014, we actually organized quite a lot of study visits to the UK, to London, to Scotland, and to India. And the final video is to share view about what the ISA is and what the head teachers, parents, what head teachers, parents, and students say about the ISA.
The British Council International School Award provides a very useful and very accessible framework for recognising and celebrating the range of international work at your school.
The International School Award is about broadening your curriculum and bringing your school curriculum to life. It's about deep learning and learning for life.
My experience is it will raise standards, it does improve teaching and learning, but more importantly, it really contributes to our young people to become the global citizens of the future.
It's our differences that unite us. It's really exciting when we look at teaching as a global awareness, sharing those differences and coming together with a common understanding that we're all actually teaching the same thing.
As a head teacher in the Special Needs Centre, I'm acutely aware of the challenges now that face schools all over the world. And by working on the International School Award, it's really broadened my horizons, and I'm sure it will help to broaden the horizons of the staff that work with us.
I very much think the British Council International School Award has allowed me to develop my abilities as a teacher and my professional wider abilities. I think it raises standards and raises awareness of what's happening, not just within our school, but nationally and internationally as well.
And absolutely key for us as well is being able to bring the world to our young people. I feel a lot of our young people, they live in a world that is very small. It tends to be between home and school.
I've been learning Mandarin for 3 years now into the community school, and it's a brilliant experience.
The events are outdoors.
It's important to learn about all different cultures so then we can work globally around the world.
More opportunities.
It's very important for schools to establish international relations because, after all, we're all in the same world let's say, by connecting with others, we can understand different cultures, we can learn from them.
I actually found that the school done like many languages, and obviously one of them is Mandarin, which I thought was quite strong on. I think she may go to China now and be quite confident and speak it and actually go and do some work experience there as well.
It allows a lot of children to open up to different experiences which they otherwise wouldn't have access to.
The international dimension of teaching and learning have been at the heart of the work of the British Council for nearly 80 years. And the International School Award, which itself is nearly 15 years old, is a great way of supporting and embedding a whole range of international work.
Everything we do has an element of international schools talks about it. Sometimes it can be so subtle that maybe children are aware of it, but it's embedded in everything we do. The award just isn't about language, though, it's also about the countries where children come from as well. It's about the heritage, cultural differences, and also celebrating those in different forums.
We also find that it's a really good link into the school for our parents and the local community. The community begins to understand our work much better, and we begin to understand much better the community that we live in.
But I think something linked with this cat gives us kind of extra stamp of authority. This is a good job that they've had with being a multinational school.
It's a really exciting way of enriching the curriculum, and I would advise all schools to just go for it.
Full endorsement from the British Council. The International Schools Award, take part in it. It really is worth it.
Absolutely go for it and get involved.
I'd recommend every head teacher, whatever content your school is in, to really embrace the International School Award, because it gives relevance and meaning to the curriculum of children, and it brings a real global world into the classroom. So it's a win-win in terms of enthusiasm, motivation, and also attainment.
And we'd like to say to schools everywhere, do get involved in this fantastic international work, and the British Council can support and advise you throughout your own international journey.
Thank you. So, if you are interested in participating in the ISA, you can talk to your local governments. We are very happy to work with your local government because with the financial support from the local government, schools can get the funding from local government to develop their international education curriculum. And in September, we just came back from the UK study visit with support from the city government of Taichung and city government of Kaohsiung. So we had ISA study visit in London. We not only had professional development training programs in our headquarters in London, but we also visited the 4 ISA accredited schools. So we very interested in working with your local governments as well. So since yesterday, we got some inquiry from teachers asking how to participate in the ISA. So I only can say that please talk to your local governments. So we are happy to work with them. Otherwise, we have our limitation in terms of resources and funding and staffing, so we cannot help all schools in Taiwan. We can only rely on your local government's support to help schools to develop school links, not only school partnership, but also to develop international education curriculum. The last 2 slides I would like to talk about is our online digital platform called Schools Online. If you Google British Council Schools Online, you can know how to access to the online platform. It is the home of the British Council's international learning programs for schools and teachers. And through the Schools Online, you can access classroom resources to introduce international learning, find schools partner with overseas, and take courses that will aid your development as an international educator. If you are interested in making international learning as part of your school culture, then Schools Online is where you will find the tools to support you. And it's free, it's open to all teachers. Not only teachers participate in our project, but for all teachers around the world. So you just Google British Council Schools Online, and they have a registration, so you know how to register. So I now hand over it to Alice to share about her school's experience in linking with the her UK partner school under the Connecting Classroom project. Hello everyone, I'm Alice Lai. I'm from Taipei Lanya Junior High School. My partner, teacher Tracy Napier, is very sorry for not being here today. She has worried about the situation between North Korea and the US. So she decided not to come over. She still made some slides and videos for us to share with you. Snowman House School is located in London. It's a middle school for special education. All of its staff and students are very nice to us. Tracy and I keep working together for our students to broaden our students' horizons. And I believe we will keep working, keep fighting for our students to make them know more about this world. Thanks to the Connecting Classroom project, Lanya got to know Snowman House School in September 2012. Okay. Lanya make plans to visit Snowman House almost every year. In the beginning of every new school year, Tracy and I make partner name lists for our students. After that, they'll introduce themselves by writing pen-pal letters, and then we have Skype calls. Our Skype calls sessions take place at 9 a.m. UK time and 4 or 5 p.m. Taiwan time. We'd like our students to learn more about their daily lives and school lives with each other and compare the differences and similarities between London and Taipei. And this is our partner name list. Okay. Our students enjoy talking with their partners via Skype calls. Let's watch the videos. They sometimes dance or sing for their partners. We also made some sachets for the Dragon Boat Festival, and we also tell them the story about this festival. We exchange Christmas cards or New Year's cards with each other. I also prepare some red envelopes with lucky money. This is their principal, and he and their students are very excited to get our red envelopes. And my students draw some Taipei images to make their partners know more about Taipei. And this is the syllabus. Snowman House
house set up the syllabus for us before our school visit. And some of the lessons are very interesting. Our students love the lessons very much. Okay, let's show the key lessons for you. It's very interesting, isn't it? You see, everyone was very happy to be together. Okay, every year, my students are very happy to be with their school partners at Stoneman House School. So when the last day comes, they're now willing to say goodbye to each other. Let's watch the video. It was taken 2 years ago. After our performance, all of the school students sing "See You Again" together. I'm really lucky to be the partner of the Stoneman House School. I'm looking forward to their visiting Lanya. I believe because it's not easy for the special students to take so long journey to Taiwan. Yeah, but I believe it will be the most uncomfortable memories in their life. Sorry, the last video made by Stoneman House School. I promise, this is my promise, okay? Please have some more minutes to show these videos. It was taken this summer's school visit. After watching this video, you will feel how we feel about our partnership. free kit. Very much. And this is the design take lesson. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your impressive presentation. Because the time is running out, I don't have any time for discussion, right? But I'm glad to announce officially this session is over. We have great time. Thank you very much.
We are going to start the breakfast, and then we are going to have another joint presentation after that.
All the implementation have been done. We could identify some trends, like we prefer to English-speaking countries. We prefer to having student exchange rather than teachers exchange or teachers mutual communication. And we do prefer some so-called Western countries rather than our neighborhood. Or even though we communicate or interact with our neighborhood, we generally majorly focus on Japan or Korea and other Southeast Asian countries. So for this section, it's really a great honor pleasure and kind of new opening for a different relationship and activity. So we would like to invite the first presentation from the Junior High School. We have teacher Wei Chen to introduce their project of mascot exchange project. And it's kind of process for them to have enhancing global mobility and promoting talent education in Taiwanese from their perspective. And they'll be doing this from an international operation. And it's really great that we can see also, we can also see one of our younger generation has been coming and joined us. So that's welcome this great group.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm very honored to be here to present my topic for you, the Master Exchange Project. And I'm today's presenter, Chen Weilin, Taichung Yunnan Junior High School. And here I also want to share my favorite teaching philosophy with everyone from Benjamin Franklin. Tell me, but I just forget everything. But teach me, maybe I remember something a little bit. But if you involve me, and I really learn. So I think trying to help our students get involved is the most important thing to do. And how to do that, I think the key answer just lies in our international collaboration application. So let's see our today's overview. Okay, so we will start from brief introduction, matter result, and finally I will also invite my student Lucy and also my partner school's representative, Mr. Bueno, to share their feedbacks and conclusion with everyone. Okay, in nowadays society, we just have N-shaped learnings in our English learning environments. That means we have so many high achievers, but also so many low achievers in the same class. So for those low achievers, they even have great difficulty in recognizing English words and even have great fear of speaking basic English when they just encounter foreigners. They will say, oh, I can't, no English, something like that. So I think the most important for us to do is to try to help them strengthen their basic skills and also to raise their learning motivation. Most importantly, to create a real chance of using English in their real life. So, why should I say so? Because let's take a look at our school. We are Yunnan Junior High School. We are located in a very countryside small town of the suburbs in Taichung City. So far from those students in big cities, most of our students just came from labor families. They just learned for graduation diploma. That means they just lack intrinsic learning motivation. So most of them would ask questions like that, why should I learn English? Because maybe I won't go abroad for the rest of my life or forever, so why should I learn English? So they just have very few chances of experiences the real foreign culture. So how should we start? We believe even one small step, one simple project can finally turn to the giant leap for our students. So here, especially, we appreciate the forum offered by IEARN very much. So last year, we just had the city tour and also invite Mr. Bueno to come to our school to have some school visits. That is the first time we met. And this year, from February to May, we just have our member schools workshop, and we especially thank the principal of Zhishan Junior High School, Liao Yuzhi Xiaozhang, because she offers so many precious feedbacks so that we can adjust our project anytime in need. And finally, we just got contact with our partner school, that is Okinawa Shogaku Junior and Senior High School. So we just set up our international collaboration from June to next October. That is our school master exchange project. So you can see that is how we met last year. So the Daja community tour. So you can see our principal also here, the tall, handsome guy, Richmond, and also Mr. Bueno and our cute student Lucy, we were included in the city tour. And after the city tour, you can see Mr. Bueno just came to our school to share his English learning experience with our students. He just encouraged our students very much. And also our students just invite him to join so many of our localization learning classes, such as rush webbing, 另草编织, with our students. So what is our mascot project about? Is mascot mission impossible? No, actually it is I am possible. So we just adapt from the IR project, Teddy Bear project. So we have 2 school mascots to have exchange. So to be the special guest to each other's schools, that is Tsubaki and the other is Oki. So we have mascot school tour and also mascot logo specialty making with students, and most importantly, the poster mailings and students' diary writing from that mascot's viewpoint. So let's take a look at our school-owned mascot, Passion Pokemon. The reason we chose it as our mascot is because its Chinese name is 宝可梦, the precious, lovely dream. So we want our students to have more courage to go for their dreams. So we just combine their favorite cartoon icon and also our school uniforms on it to become our school mascot. And we named it Oki because we wanted to send Oki to Okinawa, Chongshen. So we just combined to set out a connection between Oki's passion and positive mind and our students. And before we send Oki to Okinawa, we just brought our Oki to make a local specialty together with our student. That is our taro case. So we set out a collaboration between our local industry and also our school students. So you can see, he is the famous baker, Cong Shi Factory. The reason we chose here is because we also want to use this project to enable our younger generation students to have more knowledge and also cultivate more cultural recognition toward their tradition. Because we all know taro, 芋头, is one of the most famous and also most important local products in our community. So you can see how focused they were during the making process. And actually, it is them to teach us. So you can see how poor I was at the making process. And also our principal here also joined to part with Oki during the making process. And after the making process, we finally finish our product. And we ask our students to share their products with their family members and also community members so that more and more people can have more knowledge and also recognition toward our tradition. So we put all the taro queso together in our box, and also the postcard we chose represents Taiwan and sent it to Okinawa. And finally got Okinawa's mascot in return several days later. And before our Oki just sent into Okinawa, he also made some videos of our school campus. Our students just made videos to just want to enable Okinawa students can have more knowledge about our school settings, so they chose some of their favorite corners in our school campus. So they made videos themselves. And after Oki arrived there in Okinawa, their school mascot Tsubaki also just held reception of our Oki's coming. So let's take a look at Okinawa students' welcome party for our Oki. So you can see those students just smile happily with our taro case, and also our Oki and their mascot Tsubaki, and what they actually done with our Oki that would recode on their occasion platform to Facebook so that our students could see what actually Oki have done with their Okinawa students. So you can see Oki just have diary every day. So the first day, it just shared its school tour in classroom. Also, the meeting with their principal, handsome Dr. Nashiro, and he just read so many books. And also, it is very, very surprising to our students because when my students just read this article, they will ask, why should they take photos in toilet? It's very hard for them to imagine how tidy and how clean Japanese style toilet could be. So it is the first step for them to know the real Japanese style and Japanese culture. So it's very, very amazing and a little culture shock for my students. And also you can see Oki just shares so many local experiences of their culture. So you can see on September 9, he just joined the sport basketball and did karate together with their students. And day by day, he even fell in love with eating soba with shisha, their local mascot. So you can see he just became fatter and fatter. Maybe he just need to lose some weight, right? And also on 5th September, he even took part in Bon Festival to see of their ancestors. So our students just felt very interesting because they just set out a connection between our Ghost Festival and also their Bon Festival. They think maybe it is a little similar to each other. And also, Oki is very hardworking. So he's starting with their classmates every day. And also join their IR club meeting with all made books. Okay? And also starting time. And what about Tsubaki? So before Tsubaki came into our school, Okinawa students just also held a farewell party for her. She's the girl. And also, she just came back with so many gifts and also their cards, special albums of Oki's photos, and also big student card, Tsubaki's card. So our students were very excited to have the special guest coming. So you can see our school mascot, Pipi, Passion Pokemon, also pick her up at our Rinan Airport. That is our situational corridor. So you can see they just took on the conveyor belt happily and also sat on the lobby, our Rinan Airport's lobby comfortably. And in the morning meeting, our students, two sweet girls, just introduced the comic of Tsubaki so happily. And that is our principal again to show his welcome for our special guest coming. So everyone was really, really excited. And also Tsubaki, hardworking again, like Oki. So she also joined our English class. So you can see she sat up happily, excitedly to learn the sentence pattern, do the horror box activities with their students, with their classmates. So also I shared and my students just wrote what actually Tsubaki done with us. And this article IR Okishon will also share with their classmates so that each other's school students can know what actually our Oki and Tsubaki did in each other's school. And you can see Tsubaki also joined our earthquake education drills on September 28th. So it just did a very good job on covering itself. It said unsafe over, so don't worry about me. And also, she joined our Teachers' Day celebration. So you can see the ancient tribute to teachers. She just said on this, okay, and show her respect to our teachers, to send some representative gift to our teacher. That is our Teacher's Day celebration. And also have the card of our Taiwanese pearl milk tea and small club visit, so you can see Rush Webbing again, and our Maker Club 创客社团. So, also, students poster mailing that include Okinawa students, their card writing, and also our students made some videos about our schools and also what they really want to share with Okinawa students. So that is what we have actually done in this project so far. So though it is a very simple project, but if you really have a limited budget, I think it is the very simple way to do, and also a big stake, a small step, but really genuinely for our students to let them just enjoy the real foreign culture and the world in English. So maybe we can hear some feedbacks from our students who also joined this project so far. So let's welcome my student, Lucy.
Good afternoon. My name is Lucy, and I was a junior high student several months ago. Today, I'm glad to be here to talk about what I have learned in this project. Last year, I was excited to receive the foreign guests on behalf of our school. And in fact, our school only has few chances to join an event like this before. And it was my first time to take a city tour with a foreigner, so I was a little nervous, and I'm shy. I was afraid of speaking English, and also I was afraid of making mistakes. So I couldn't introduce our city very well. I was very upset then. When we are having lunch at the restaurant, Mr. Weno told me that the best way of learning English is to speak more and do not afraid of making mistakes. So I took the chance to talk to him after I finished my meal, because I think if I fail to get my foot in the door, my English won't become better. As the saying goes, failure is the mother of success. Everyone learns from the mistakes and grows from frustration. Only you take your step, you can have a chance to success. In this project, our teacher enabled me to be in the charge of this project ourselves. My teacher just became the guide, and we need to come up our own ideas. It was very hard for me at first. But when I finished video making and knew Mr. Ueno and his students watched our video happily, I felt very fulfilled and had a sense of achievement. Every time I read Chong's diary online, I had more knowledge about Japan, such as they also had Gong Festival, similar to our Ghost Festival. For me, that's the real globalization. Through the mailing and the online writing exchange, my horizons began to be broadened. English, history, and geography are not just paper subjects, but real-life experiences for me. Our school is located in the country, so we seldom have an opportunity to reach out to the world. We appreciate that we can have a chance to attend this event. Finally, Mr. Bueno would like to share some feedbacks with everyone. And we want to show our gratitude to him. Let's welcome.
I'm happy to here to meet you. Thank you, Principal Richard, and thank you, Doris. Thank you, AIA members, and thank you, everybody. I'm very, very happy. So they asked me to have a project with Lena and so that's very good. I asked my student, do you want to join? Student, of course, teacher. And they asked me, we are going to Taiwan. No. Because now they are the term exam now, so they study very hard. I'm very happy. Okay. And so extend mascot project. I am on TDBA project. It's very good for good way to know each other. If you don't know TDBA, please check IAN TDBA project by Google. This is my student picture, as you know. So they are all TDBAs traveling all over the world. And my desk. And our TDBAs like boy students make this prayer and a school mark. And we connect each other using Facebook. It's one program. 7th graders cannot connect Facebook because they are 20 years old. So they come to school and the high school student show them the Facebook. And junior high student not good to write English. So junior high student write in Japanese, and senior high student translate English and abroad. So Lina sent us the picture. Oh, that's very good. And then they tried the exam. Fighting. And we don't know the teacher's day. That's a very good idea. We need teacher's day in Japan. And it's a moon festival, Japanese moon festival style. Like this. Taiwan is little different. We like letter. Students, junior high students like letter. It's a hard work for them, but they very, very enjoy. And students watch their video. So, oh, that's a good idea. We want to make video. So, okay, let's make video. But now they are very busy for exam. So, it's a short version. we students making a video after the exam. So maybe next week or next month we will send her the new video. Yes. Yes. And through this project, I really touched her words. When he sent me the email, I think all of us must have open mind to forgive any miscommunication during contact. That's the spirit of international education. We use our lingua franca to communicate, trial and error, and learn to be better through more tasks. And really touched her words. That's very good words. So, last year, I got a traffic accident before 5 days coming to Taiwan. So my friend told me, dangerous. You never go to, you don't go to Taiwan. But I want to go. I want to see them. So we met. It is very important. If I didn't go to Taiwan, I'm not here. She's not here. It's important. I think chance is most important for us, for students. Our mission, teacher's mission, bring students to the new world, to meet aliens, push their back when they meet a chance. Students will surely change, like Lucy come here. She really changed. So she pushed her. Last year, she was very, very shy. My name is very good guy. Thank you.
Thank you for this wonderful and sweetest presentation, and I think the warmest as well. From their presentation, we can see how this group works, operates, and we could also see the friendship grows. That's the result we look forward to having from the international experiences, from the international exchange, and the teaching for international education. And I think from the younger generation's presentation, we could also see if our students have the chance and opportunity to take the risk or to account the challenges or to learn on their own, they can learn better. And generally, I believe every student has wings. And we cannot fly for them, but we can teach them how to fly. We can help them with flying. And we can give our students the dream to fly higher, to have a broadened horizon. And so this one for experiences are most important for students and teachers from disadvantaged areas especially. So we look forward having more alternative and creative way toward international education. And for the next presentation, I would also admire their courage to encounter another culture that is not so similar to us. So let's welcome the next presentation. They will talk about cross-border teacher mobility and the project as the international collaboration between Malaysia and Taiwan. Let's welcome them, and I will introduce them one by one because we have a very big group. Let's give them applause first. The principal, Samuel Xia, and Miss Yap Yup Chi, sorry, and Miss Nithya David, and Miss Christina, and Mr. 钟开轩。钟开轩啊，听起来像蒋介石，对不对？My bad pronunciation, sorry. And Susie and Joyce as well. Let's welcome them. Welcome their presentation.
Thank you, Professor Hong. You took my job. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Summer. I'm the principal of Xinjiang Elementary School. There are only 61 students in my school. I was ever asked how to implement international education in a school with lower academic achievement and scarce resources. Here are the fruits of effort for past 2 years of our excellent international education team. But because Professor Hong already took my job, so I don't need to introduce my team. So please give your big hand to my excellent team. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I will just give you a brief outline of what we're going to do. I'm actually the coordinator of the international education in my education office in Tamalo. So I will tell you how it starts, and then two of my teachers plus another gentleman is going to tell you how they benefit from this international education. And lastly, Susie is going to share from the perspective of Taiwan. And so, this program actually has its roots with connecting classroom, like what Lisa was talking about just now. I met Susie on a forum, and then the partnership started between Kunshan Elementary School and Tamaro Jaya Primary School, which where I was a teacher. Previously, I was an English teacher in Tamaro Jaya Primary School, and I was the appointed ambassador under the British Council Connecting Classroom program. And I found Susie on a forum, and this sparked off a working relationship with Susie, and I felt that this is a match made in heaven, right? Because we actually work together so well. There are so many things in common with us, and even our working careers are actually in line. I will explain further. All right? If it's not for Susie, this thing wouldn't have continued. Hang on, huh? Okay? We, the two of us, we strongly believe in the strength of partnership. We don't believe in working alone because it wouldn't get us to where we are today. And so, the working partnership that I have with Susie is actually a catalyst for the expansion of partnerships to other schools, both in Taiwan and in Malaysia. Second thing, this expansion was made possible with our concurrent transfer from the school to the district education office and education bureau. Now let me stop to explain this, why I say it's a match made in heaven. Alright? Because at the same time, when I met her, I was transferred and she was also transferred. It's exactly the same date. And that's why I say it's a match made in heaven. As if God knows that we need to move to get this thing moving. So because of this, it enables us to mobilize our knowledge and experience the international networking and facilitates a greater cooperation between schools in Thailand, because she's working in Thailand, and Tamilo. And this led to the start of the Tamilo International Partnership Program, which we call TIP in our district education office. And now many more schools are connected through various partnerships. So I will show you. First it was SK Tamilo Jaya and Kunshan, and then the next one it went to Tamilo Jaya, okay, to Asunta Kwantan and Kunshan Elementary. Then the next one we went to Ediso and Yao Jingluan, which you're going to hear from them afterwards. And later, now, ongoing is this school, Mantakap Chatin and Shuren, but they are just starting. We have a little bit of problem with connections and all that, and the teacher is already is a little bit frustrated. But I managed to meet the teacher from Shuren face to face 2 days ago, and I told her, don't give up. You must continue, because these are problems that we will face when we want to do international partnership. There must be perseverance and determination. And she has agreed that she will try and continue. And so for me personally, this international partnership is a learning curve. It is my training ground to cultivate talent. And you see 3 talents here. Because these teachers were very, very shy, and they were not confident, but I think the experience in this conference, I can see them change. They are able to talk, to interact with people, and to carry themselves confidently. All right? And it enhances my own professional capacity as an educator. I learned how to be patient, I learned how to train, and learn how to encourage my teachers to go and pursue further things to improve themselves. And I became more IT savvy. When I was an ambassador, I was shaking in my toes. I said, oh dear, how am I going to get all this done? No, because I do not know, I'm not very technology savvy. But through Susie, I learned from her. She is a technology expert. And so I learned a lot of things from her. All right? And most importantly for me, I managed to build meaningful connections. And even in this conference, I managed to make many more contacts. And I hope that I will be able to get many more schools to join this international education. And lastly, but not least, I managed to form many lasting friendships, even though they are not in a partnership with me. We have already exchanged addresses and get to know each other, and we hope to start new friendships from here. And so, for me, it is an enriching mountaintop experience, and I thank you for the opportunity. And now I pass it on to my teachers. They are dressed in their traditional costumes to let you experience what is it like in an Indian school in Malaysia. All right, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
I forgot this. I feel that a mind that is stretched by a new experience can never go back to its old dimension. So once I've experienced this, I never want to teach within the 4 walls of the classroom. You want to go outside and experience a bigger and more wider experience. And so I like this saying because it actually captures my heart. All right, thank you.
Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm Nitya, and she's my colleague, Mrs. Christina, and we are from SJKT Ladang Edinso Mendaka, Pahang Darul Makmur, Malaysia. Okay, first of all, let me briefly talk about government schools in Malaysia. Here in Malaysia, we have 3 types of government schools: Tamil school, Chinese school, and Malay, and we are from Tamil schools. So we have to teach the student Malay, the national language, English, and Tamil. So, and in TIPP, Tawalong International Partnership Program. Through this program, I have connection with Sinshan Elementary School in Thailand, and this program started in November 2015. It started in November 2015, and we carried a lot of activities between these two schools, between Edinsor and Sinshan. And today I want to talk about the benefits for the students, teachers, and the community. First of all, we start with students to bring an international dimension to their learning. And I want to tell you something because most of my students are from rural area, and my school is a small school which is located in an estate and consists of 61 students only with 12 teachers. So through this program, they are able to get international education. Second, this program helps the student to improve their knowledge and understanding of each culture. As you know, when I walk at the back, most of the people here look at me. So there was, oh, it's a new culture. So this that happened to the students in Sinshan. So students from my school and Sinshan, they extending the culture between Taiwanese culture and Indian culture in my school. And if you look at the picture, last year, 13 July 2016, students and teachers from Sinshan, they visited us in Malaysia, in our school. So when they came to my school, we give them where the thing they are put on the forehead and some jasmine flower on their hand. You can see that. The last picture, they are Sinshan students. They are trying Indian cuisines. They are having banana leaf food, which is famous in our Indian culture. So they understand and able to get a lot of information about Indian culture. Next, to foster a closer relationship and friendship among pupils. Okay. Through this program, myself and Susie, we discuss a lot of programs. Okay. We are using line, we discuss a topic first, and we will carry out the program. For example, first thing about letters, writing letters. My students and students will already wrote some letters and sent to your friends. So actually this one, whenever I enter my class, my student will eagerly ask me, teacher, when we can do the activities with the Sinshan school students. They will eagerly ask me. Then I will tell, okay, after you have done the homework, we will have the activities. So it's like giving rewards for them because they so eager and very excited with the activities. So it's whenever I want to carry out activities, it's like one bonus reward for them. Next is to develop pupils' confidence in using English proficiency. My students, their race is Indian and they're using Tamil to speak. We are using Malay, it's compulsory for us, and